Let's go around.
That is video that surfaced moments before. He walks up, and in this slowed down footage, you see him remove it from the man's waistband. All right, we have new video footage of ICE's most recent murder in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it's stunning that I even had to say ICE's most recent murder, but that is the America that we live in now. Masked men are using disproportionate force against U.S. citizens. And the new footage that we got today honestly looks like an assassination. I'm just going to say it. They assassinated a U.S. citizen after taking away his firearm simply because he was peacefully recording ICE. We have video footage of the moments leading up to the shooting, and I want to show you slowed down video footage of an ICE agent removing this bystander's weapon, removing the 37-year-old victim's weapon, and then they essentially dump bullets into his motionless body. I'm sorry to use such crass language, but that is the only way to describe the assassination that we saw from ICE agents earlier today. I want to break up the narrative that is being pushed by this administration and by right-wing influencers, because just like in the case of Renee Nicole Good, they, in the immediate aftermath, are making conclusive statements calling him a domestic terrorist and saying he was trying to kill people around him. In this video, we will not make any conclusive statements because the investigation is just beginning. But what I will do is show you the footage so you can decide with your own eyes. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed if you appreciate these videos. And let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the first video footage that we have, which was taken by somebody driving by in a car. Now, don't worry, the shooting isn't going to play. I'm not even going to show the shooting in this video in its entirety, but right here, this is where it begins. Now, just to mute it, a car drives past and you see the 37-year-old victim recording ICE agents. More ICE agents hop out of a car and walk up to escalate further. You see this masked ICE agent, and then you see one hop out of a car right behind him. These are the ICE agents that will be involved in the shooting that takes place only in a few seconds. Now, as they begin to walk up, they put hands on him. This is very clear. They escalate, they put hands on him. The ICE agents are the ones that begin physically assaulting a United States citizen for exercising his First Amendment right. Not only are you constitutionally allowed to record agents, but the Supreme Court has said multiple times, they have upheld multiple times that you can stand there and record. But under Trump's ICE, under the Trump administration, he has emboldened masked ICE agents to tackle and detain U.S. citizens for simply recording. Multiple constitutional rights have been stripped away, from the ability to record ICE agents to the ability to enjoy yourself in your private property without your door getting effing busted down, to due process. The entirety of due process has been subverted by this administration multiple times, and you see a version of that here. You see the stripping of constitutional rights when the 37-year-old victim is pushed by these ICE agents. I'm going to unmute it.
Let's go around.
That is video that surfaced moments before. Now, we know after that, he is shot not only once by an ICE agent, but then almost a dozen more times while he is laying motionless on the ground. That is a despicable, excessive use of force. You cannot argue that this was self-defense or this was anything other than assassination when he is lying there motionless and they're still shooting. Now, the argument coming from the administration has been, thus far, that he had a weapon and was discharging that weapon, therefore putting people around him in danger. But just like in the case of Renee Nicole Good, they are lying to your face, and we have the video. This slowed down video will disprove what they are saying, because you see an ICE agent remove the weapon, the legal weapon, from this 37-year-old. To add context, listen to Mayor Jacob Frey break down what he saw in this video.
I just saw a video of more than 6 masked agents pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death. How many more residents, how many more Americans need to die or get badly hurt for this operation to end? How many more lives need to be lost before this administration realizes that a political and partisan narrative is not as important as American values? How many times must local and national leaders must plead with you, Donald Trump, to end this operation and recognize that this is not creating safety in our city? As you'll hear from Director Sayer in just a second, we have seen these kinds of operations in other places, in other countries, but not here in America.
Yep.
Not in a way where a great American city is being invaded by its own federal government.
Thank you to Mayor Jacob Frey for actually standing up, calling it like it is, and slicing through this MAGA BS. While he's speaking, there are insane scenes coming out of Minneapolis on the ground. You see ICE agents taking turns, shooting flashbang grenades and tear gas into the crowd. Over and over, they are just taking turns. When the camera pans in 1 second over to these ICE agents on the right-hand side, and then the ICE agents proceed to advance onto the protesters, further firing more and more pepper balls. It looks like pepper spray. It looks like anything they can use, they are using. I want to show you this 70-year-old who says, "I'm 70 and I'm effing angry," before disappearing into the gas behind him.
Look out! Damn! Just chill. Okay. I'm fine. I don't even breathe anything. I'm just angry. I'm 70 years old. Fucking angry. Oh, fuck off.
He said, "I'm 70 years old and I'm effing angry." If you think that people were mad before, wait until what happens after this administration continues to escalate. Then the 70-year-old disappears into the gas like a badass, never to return on camera. While this is all happening, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara is explaining who the victim was, a 37-year-old male.
On the information that we have, which is very limited, this is a 37-year-old white male who is a Minneapolis resident, and we believe he is an American citizen. We have not been told any official reports of what has led up to the shooting, but we have seen the video that is circulating on social media.
As the local police are saying, hey, the investigation is still ongoing, we only have videos, the Trump administration is jumping to conclusions and already saying that this man was trying to shoot everybody around him. Well, we're not going to make any conclusive statements, but we can say that that is absolute BS coming from this administration. The man in the gray jacket that's standing right here walks up in this slow motion, slowed down version of the full video and removes the weapon from the 37-year-old victim's holster. Watch. He walks up and in this slowed down footage, you see him remove it from the man's waistband. And if I pause it right here, you can see that he now has a weapon in his hand, which he further walks away with. The man right here in this jacket walks up, doesn't have a gun as he's walking up in his hand. There's nothing in his hand whatsoever. And then as he's walking away, he has this gun in his hand. We will not let this administration lie to us and gaslight us. I am so happy that Mayor Jacob Frey is out there saying this.
So, to President Trump, this is a moment to act like a leader. Put Minneapolis, put America first in this moment. Let's achieve peace. Let's end this operation, and I'm telling you, our city will come back. Safety will be restored. We're asking for you to take action now to remove these federal agents.
What disturbs me the most is that conservatives are always saying open carry is good. People should have more access to guns. But when we see a U.S. citizen exercising his Second Amendment right and walking around with an open carry, ICE executes him. ICE executes a man for exercising his Second Amendment and his First Amendment right because they don't like what he has to say. Absolutely disgusting and despicable. I'm going to leave it there. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.